Farer really has mastered the case. The English brand now offers a rich catalogue of watches with forms that stand out. Almost all Farer watches come with a unique design and very often a bold color. The latest line is the Farer Integra. It is described as an urban sports watch, as a piece for nearly every occasion. So let's see if this is convincing. Specifications first. We have an automatic watch with a case diameter of 38.5 millimeters, a length lug to lug of 42 and a height of 10.3 millimeters. The watch is equipped with a sapphire crystal and is waterproof up to 100 meters. Movement is the Sellita SW300-1 top grade. You can choose between 4 dial colors and between a metal bracelet and a rubber strap, and prices start at 1,695 euros or 1,650 US dollars. So at first glance we see the mission statement, something integral, something that forms a unity of watch, head and bracelet, something that looks organic, elegant and at the same time solid. And we see one of the mentioned trademarks of the brand, design and color. Here, for example, we have a green malachite dial, so a stone with a natural pattern and a green with cranked up saturation. This forms a sharp contrast to generous numerals in white and the matching hands. The date shares a small space with an index fragment, which is the first little minus in my humble opinion. Looks slightly cluttered, but you could argue that the rest of that index is in place to maintain the balance of the dial. Then we have the Farer logo, subtle as usual, and the Swiss made, which indicates a certain quality. And you may ask now if the quality you see on images is present in reality, and the answer is yes. I can state this after handling quite some watches by Farer, and they all were immaculate. The other colors are salmon, blue and white, and the white here is mother of pearl. They all come with the typical strong saturations, good contrast, and some of them enhance the visibility of dial elements. Bold decision, I must say. Imagine a design meeting and then somebody suggests, guys, we have a round thing here, round object. We have many elements arranged in a circle, and now we're going to place 4 horizontal lines on top. Very odd. But actually they have used these lines to organize the dial. Note that the numerals are neatly arranged on these lines like numbers on a lined sheet of paper. Design-wise, this makes total sense, but is it pleasing for the eye? Depends. Here on the blue dial, which is not yet available by the way, on the blue dial it works better in my opinion, because here the lines are more integrated into the dark color. In case of our mother of pearl, the dial just looks amazing, something from outer space really. But in case of the salmon, I'm not convinced at all. I think this is a bit too much. But the next strong point is around the corner, and that's the case, which works with smooth lines and a fine mixture of brushing and high polished facets. And of course the complex Farer crown with that copper insert. Interesting is also the movement. Now we come to the inner qualities. It's the later version of our workhorse Sellita SW200. The power reserve is brought up to 56 hours and we have a heavily altered rotor. Pretty cool look, but certainly responsible for a decent chunk of the retail price. To the bracelet now, very elegant, and it follows the lines of the watch head just neatly. The massive lug width of 24 tapers down to only 16 millimeters. There we find a nice butterfly clasp with a micro adjustment system that allows a quick alteration of the length by 3 millimeters. And important to know is that all these variants come with a bracelet and the rubber strap, so you automatically have the 2 options. Last point in this video is the price, rather high but well backed by components, design and level of uniqueness. If this watch had a big name on it, the price tag would be doubled, tripled, quadrupled. So in result, I personally think this is a very fair offer. Okay, and that's all for this episode. Let me know in the comments please, what do you think about this watch, about the Farer Integra. Thanks a lot and see you next Monday to Watch of the Week.